basketball. It's the gift of game day, Grant.
It is. Every player grew up watching these Christmas games, dreaming about playing in them one day. And these games are a highlight of the regular season.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point.
Well, Jokic is a smooth operator in tight. He won't waste many of those chances.
Randall on the screen. Edwards, the pass to DiVincenzo. It's McDaniels on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Nuggets. Gordon outside. Here's the 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
When Gordon is connecting from deep, everything else becomes easier for both him and this offense.
Now here's DiVincenzo. In his last outing, 10 points for him.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Pass to Jokic. The kick out to Johnson. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point land. Rebound Minnesota. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions to keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
Making the commitment. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. Now here's Randle. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. Edwards for 3. The rebound by Murray.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Johnson. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run for 3, DiVincenzo. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Great positioning. DiVincenzo stays ready to fire the moment he gets the ball.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Denver. He was complimentary of his opponent, Anthony Edwards. Coach told me Ant is a special player in terms of his athleticism, skill, and his mindset. He approaches each matchup with an aggressiveness that we need to try and match. Back over to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Well, the defender made it hard on Randall. Still, he uses his body to convert for 2.
Pass to Brown. For 3, Gordon. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Down low. Edwards, no good.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Outside Brown. To the inside. And stolen by Edwards. Up ahead. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Randall.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
The kick out to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Now here's Randall. Last game he had 28 points. It's Edwards on the wing. From outside the arc. Jokic grabs the board. And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Last time they came together was in Minneapolis, where they fell to the Timberwolves.
Their reserves have to step up this time around and get stops. That was the difference the last time these teams played.
The Timberwolves trail. Now DiVincenzo. He's got 6. To the paint. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Randall's got his second basket.
Letting Randall get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
When it comes to Randall, he's had doubters over the years, Stan, but his talent's undeniable.
Yeah, B.A., look, there's no questioning Randall's ability to score and rebound down low. and his post-passing gets overlooked sometimes, too.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Johnson with a double team. The 3, DiVincenzo. The rebound by Murray. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Here's Gordon. Pass to Jokic. The kick out to Johnson. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Strawther's checked in for Jamal Murray. And then for Minnesota, Gobert's checked in for Randall. Ingles comes in for McDaniels. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Najee, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Watson comes in for Johnson. And then for Minnesota, Randall, he's checked in for Reed. And Dillingham subbed in for Anthony Edwards. Gobert passes to Ingles. Pass to Randall. 6 to shoot. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Denver's gone 4 of 6 from deep to start this game. Jokic with a screen on Conley. Now Jokic. Pass to Najee from behind the arc. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Randall. The kick out to Ingles. It's tipped.
They've been just a little bit better on the glass so far, showing their tremendous work ethic.
Here's Conley. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. Fires for 3. No good there. And that does it for the first quarter. The Nuggets on top, up 5. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter. And welcome back, one and all, for more NBA Christmas Day action. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nuggets?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Mike Conley out there with Dillingham. And it's Ingles in at the 3. Here's Strawther. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Jokic. Oh, Jokic with the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Conley passes to Gobert. Down low. And Gobert with the stuff.
What a slam by Gobert. He's solid getting positioning inside and using it to his advantage.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Oh my, it was a great game. It went down to the wire. Both teams gave all they had. Only one could come away satisfied.
Yeah, this is the kind of game you come away thinking coulda, woulda, shoulda. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way.
Randall, the pass to Ingles. Here's Dillingham. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Najee.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Conley against Jokic. Oh, he's a load inside. Jokic finishing strong.
Great look for Jokic. Listen, we know he can hit the outside shot, but going to Nikola inside is a winning play.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. A different look for Denver. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Nikola Jokic, and Murray subbed in for Strawther. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Dillingham. Got a piece of it, and the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line to shoot free throws. It's his first trip to the line.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, they're hanging in there at that same fifth spot and hoping to climb higher.
You know, right now for the Nuggets, they were 500 last week. A solid 4 games, but I'm sure they're looking to play better this week. He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Valanciunas with a screen on Conley. Here's Murray. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall's got 4 rebounds now. Edwards for 3. Valanciunas with a rebound. Denver leading by 8. Outside Murray. Valanciunas sets a screen. Murray, no good. Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Randall, the pass to Gobert. Playing to his strength. Gobert inside.
Well, given how tall and lengthy Gobert is, it makes sense why he looks to score inside. Nice bucket there.
Valanciunas with a screen on Conley. Murray nails it, and he's 1 for 5 with that one.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
Randall deciding where to go with it. Well, to play great defense, teams have to provide help. But how do you avoid overhelping?
It's a great question, B.A., and it's like anything in the game. Basketball is a game of decisions. I think people look at it and they talk about athletic ability and they talk about skills, which are both important. But the best players and the best teams are the best decision makers. And the same thing goes as to when to help and when to stay home on shooters. Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Here's Gobert. The kick out to Conley. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Takes the 3. Valanciunas controls the rebound and the putback. And now it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
And Valanciunas takes up a lot of real estate, which helps him snag offensive rebound.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A different look for Denver. Gordon comes in for Najee. And it's Johnson in for Watson. And then for Minnesota, Reed's checked in for Jude. Wow, Rudy! Fancy!
Well, you know, Gobert doesn't usually show off much, but that was special.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam. Sponsored by AT&T. Murray against DiVincenzo. Inside. Valanciunas passes to Murray. Valanciunas with a screen on DiVincenzo. Just 2 to shoot. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Great job by Murray reading the defense, giving it up in the pick and roll action.
Outside, DiVincenzo. To the paint. Here's Reed. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. A different look for Denver. Jokic is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Brown comes in for Hardaway. And Strother subbed in for Murray. Stan, you look at Naz Reid. He gives you some size, but he is a dangerous scorer, especially from the perimeter.
Absolutely, B.A. And also, Reed is one of the most entertaining players to watch. So many deflections, blocks, dunks, hits threes. He does it all.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's Strother. DiVincenzo covering. Jokic the screen. Outside Johnson. Lets the three fly. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Edwards for three. Rebounded by Denver. They've led by as much as 10. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
And think about this. That game was really a coin toss. They were fortunate to have survived and picked up the win.
Yeah, they needed some extra time to get it done. But at the end of the day, a win's a win.
And so it's Denver closing out the quarter with a 7-point. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hello, folks. Still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's...
You gotta love All-Star Weekend, guys, especially when it comes to the three-point contest.
I think we should have a three-point contest right now.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Nuggets.
The defense should get a...
Appreciate you joining.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. You look at Nikola Jokic, what a contribution.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. And it's Johnson in at the three, small forward. That's the five to begin the second half for David Adelman.
Well, confidence isn't something that Gordon is lacking. He thinks his shot is there, so he just takes it.
A slam dunk by Reed.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 7. Jokic the screen. Murray passes to Jokic. The kick out to Johnson. Denver moving it around. For 3, Gordon. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. DiVincenzo, the pass to Randall. Now McDaniels. Launches it. Randall can't hit.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense. Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Brown. Edwards, no good.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Brown passes to Gordon. Gordon with a screen on DiVincenzo. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, good to see Gordon having games like these, proving how effective a scorer he can be for this team.
Here's McDaniels. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Reed, a screen on Brown. Down low. A slam dunk by Reed.
Well, showing off his power. Reed gave the dunk everything he had.
Murray against DiVincenzo. Murray up top. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. To the inside. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, Gordon is known for his athleticism, and he loves rising up to throw it down.
Murray against DiVincenzo. Left side, Edwards. Back to Reed. Randall outside. Up and over Gordon. Randall can't hit.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Murray. Back to Johnson. Now here's Jokic. Checked by Randall. Now here's Brown. And stolen by Edwards. Looking to end this cold spell. The rebound by Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds now. The Nuggets lead by 11. Now Jokic takes a 3. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got assist number 5 here tonight. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
And we all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for Denver. Watson comes in for Johnson. And then for Minnesota, Ingles comes in for McDaniels. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. Murray's shot is good.
That just illustrates how well-rounded Murray's game is. When he's doing damage from the mid-range like that.
Pass to Ingles. Ingles, a screen on Gordon. Here's Randall. Rebound by the Nuggets. And here's Murray. He has 6. Over Conley. Tips it. They kick it out to Murray. Valanciunas sets a screen. Murray, no good.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
Here's Murray. Oh, Murray with the touch inside.
Overall, this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
Edwards against Brown. Edwards, a pass to Ingles. Back to Edwards. Ingles, a screen on Brown. 6 on the shot clock. There's the 3. Ingles, no good.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Murray. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Murray slicing in. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
The one thing about Murray, he knows when to put pressure on the defense.
Denver shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Miller comes in for Randall. Clark is checked in for Ingles. And Dillingham subbed in for Edwards. Murray against Conley. And Peyton Watson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Jones, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Juzang comes in for Clark. Pass to Dillingham. With some arc, the Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Minnesota again missing. And the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it.
And that's a foolish pass. Plain and simple.
Here's Gobert. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And here at the end of the third, it's a dub. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Minnesota, Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Dillingham out there with Mike Conley. And it's Ingles in at the small forward position. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Rebounded by Denver. Murray's got 4 rebounds in the game. Valanciunas with a screen on Conley. Murray against Conley. Stolen by Ingles. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Denver.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight.
Look at who's out there now for Denver. Nikola Jokic has checked in for Valanciunas, and Strother subbed in for Jamal Murray. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. From deep, Jokic not going to go that time.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Dillingham. Strother grabs a miss.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
And they double up Jokic. Pass to Strother. Hardaway on the wing. The Nuggets with another miss.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Dillingham with the bucket.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Denver leading by 9. Here's Strother. Jokic with a screen on Conley. Now Jokic. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Randall, the pass to Highland. Watson with the rebound. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Going inside, pass to Jokic. Jokic is doubled. Back to Watson. Shot clock at 5. From 9 feet out. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Timberwolves trail by 11. Highland finds Conley. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Here's Randall. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession. Assisted buckets, every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And so David Adelman calls for the timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And the Nuggets will go for a different look here. Aaron Gordon's checked in for Jones. Johnson comes in for Watson. Brown's checked in for Hardaway. And Jamal Murray is subbed in for Strother. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Highland. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Dillingham. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Conley. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Denver's head coach was saying to the team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
Look, DiVincenzo relishes the chance to punish the defense. He likes to shake them up with the slam.
Brown fires. Knocks down the trifecta.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
McDaniels outside. Here's Randall. Shoots a 3. Cash from downtown.
And the fearlessness from Randall to come right back. Answer that 3.
Count it.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Now Jokic. Outside Gordon. Let's loose for three. And he nails it.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Edwards. Edwards with some muscle.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact, but staying committed to his finish.
Now Jokic. Outside Gordon. Now Jokic. From downtown. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Yeah, Jokic, one of the league leaders in offensive rebounding throughout his career.
Here's Reed. Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Jokic outside. It's money from deep.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Nuggets.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
And boy, did they need to win this game after dropping the first two matchups against this squad. Now they can go into the final game of the season series with a ton of confidence.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Outside, Ingles. Money from 3.
3 points.
Gobert against Jokic. Murray, another shot. Oh, it's off. And so it's Denver with